The number of AIDS cases in Britain has gone up sharply. There were 76 more cases in January than in December, the biggest monthly increase to date. Since 1982, the total number of victims has risen from 2 to 686. Of those, 355, more than half, have died. The Social Services Secretary, Mr. Fowler, says that the situation will get worse before it gets better.
Despite all the publicity and the government's high-profile advertising campaign, the number of people in Britain with full-blown AIDS has doubled in less than a year. In January, the month that saw the launch of the government's Don't Die of Ignorance campaign, the figures were the worst ever. 62 people died of the disease and 76 more developed it. All of them will almost certainly die. Public education is still the only real hope of controlling the disease. An effective vaccine is still a long way off, although laboratory tests have been carried out in monkeys and other animals. But one leading AIDS researcher says the situation is so serious, possible vaccines must now be tested on humans.
Trials in animals are an important part of any vaccine program, and I don't want to derogate them in any way, but there is no animal model for the AIDS disease, and sooner or later we're going to have to go into man. We ought to be doing that now.
Health Secretary Norman Fowler, who saw for himself the scale of the problem in America, predicts 4,000 Britons will die of AIDS within 3 years if the disease follows a similar pattern here.
We face, as I said before, a very serious problem in this country. Those who think it's just another scare really need to look at these figures and take in the message of them. And the message of these figures is that people do have to change their behaviour and act in the way that we are advised.